Habits of the mentally tough. You want to be mentally tough? There are a wide variety of ways that you can do this, but one of those is to look at mentally tough people. What habits do they carry out daily? What traits do they possess? How can you emulate the mentally tough to also be tough mentally? Look at these habits and think about how you can start working them into your life. Act in control. It doesn't really matter if you are or if you feel like you are, it just matters that you act as though you're in control. While there are successful people who believe luck has a role to play in success, the key is they don't wait for it. They go out and act as though everything they do will be successful. Don't waste energy worrying about what will or won't happen. Just put your effort into making it happen. You have no control over luck, but you have total control over yourself. No impact. You don't have an unlimited supply of mental strength. You can build your arm muscles as big as possible, but they will still tire under extreme pressure. Your mental strength is the same. So, why on earth would you bother wasting energy and power on the things you have no control over? Whether it's politics or people, family, or friends, you can care and you can act. You can't force others to join in. Know where and when you can make an impact and focus on that. Training day. While you shouldn't focus too much on the past, it isn't something you should forget either. Look at it as training. You have made mistakes, you have failed, take as much learning from it as you can. And then let it all go. Yes, it might be easier said than done, but doesn't that depend on your perspective? If something bad happens, look at it as an opportunity. When someone else makes a mistake, it's still a learning opportunity. It's also an opportunity for you to extend the compassion you would like to receive if you were in the same position. Your past doesn't define you, but how you proceed certainly will. Celebrate all success. I don't mean all your success, though you should. It's important to also celebrate the success of others. When others find success, the mental tough's routines. Being psychologically strong is important. One approach to do this is to observe mentally strong individuals, though there are many other options as well. Which daily routines do they follow? Which qualities do they possess? In order to become mentally tough yourself, how can you imitate others who are? Consider how you can begin incorporating each of these routines into your life after looking at the list below. Act with authority. It's more important to act in control than it is to actually be in control, regardless of whether you feel like you are or aren't. The secret to their success is that they don't wait for luck, even though some successful individuals think it plays a part in their success. Acting as if everything they do will be successful, they go out and do it. Save your energy and stop fretting about potential outcomes. Make it happen by just putting forth the effort. Despite the fact that you have complete control over yourself, luck is beyond your control. No impact. The amount of mental strength you possess is limited. Even if you give your arm muscles the best chance to grow, they will still lose strength when put under a lot of strain. Since you have the same mental capacity, why on earth would you waste time and effort worrying about things that are beyond your control? You can care and do something, whether the issue is one of politics, people, family, or friends. Nobody will participate if you coerce them. Aim your attention at the times and places where you can have the most impact. Training day. The past is something you shouldn't dwell on too much, but you also shouldn't let it go. Consider it as instruction. Take as much knowledge from your mistakes and failures as you can before letting it all go. You have erred and you have failed. Sure, it can be simpler said than done, but isn't that dependent on how you look at it? Take the opportunity if anything awful occurs. It's still possible to learn from other people's mistakes. As a result, you have the chance to show others the kind of compassion that you would want to experience yourself. While your past doesn't define who you are, your future actions unquestionably will. Highlight every victory. But you shouldn't have to have all of your success. It's critical to recognize other people's accomplishments as well. Success for others does not lessen your accomplishments or imply that there is less opportunity for you. Envy and bitterness consume a large portion of our mental resources. It's not necessary for you to stay at home and be average just because your friend got a promotion. As fervently as you celebrate your own victories, you should also celebrate others. Worrying and whining. Simply avoid doing it. Words have power, both in our thoughts and in our spoken words. They affect you as well as other people. It will make you feel worse if you constantly whine about your issues. Complaining, criticizing, or moaning won't help you find healing. To solve the issue, you can employ your mental resources. Fix it instead of complaining. Discuss what you can do to make things right instead of dwelling on everything that is wrong. The degree of this effectiveness can astound you. Show off for yourself. The number of bedrooms in your home, your title, your automobile, or your clothing are all irrelevant. For your possessions, people don't like you. Either way, they feel a certain way about you. You are the only one you have to win over. People want to hang out with you because you're you if your friendships are sincere. Simply put, it is that easy. It doesn't diminish your successes, nor does it mean there's less for you. A lot of our mental energy is absorbed by envy and resentment. Your friend clinching a promotion doesn't mean you can't go out and be awesome, too. Celebrate their wins with as much excitement and fervor as you do your own. Whining and complaining? Just don't do it. The words that we think, the words that we speak are powerful. They don't just influence others, they influence you. If you are always complaining about your problems, then you're going to feel worse about it. Healing cannot be found in complaining, criticizing, or whining. You can use your mental energy to find a solution to improve the problem. Don't whine, fix it. Don't get caught up talking about everything that's wrong, talk about what you can do to set it right. You might be surprised by just how effective this is. Habits of mentally tough people. You need to have mental toughness. There are many different ways to do this, but one of them is to observe psychologically tough individuals. What routines do they adhere to? What qualities do they have? How can you adopt the mental toughness of others to become mentally strong yourself? Consider incorporating some of these behaviors into your life after looking at the list below. Exercise control. It doesn't really matter whether you are in control or only feel that way, what matters is how you act. There are successful people who think chance plays a part in success, but the key is that they don't wait for it. They act as though their actions will all be successful when they are not. Spend less time fretting about potential outcomes. Just make an effort to make it happen. You have complete control over yourself, but you have no control over luck. Not a result. Mental fortitude is a finite resource for you. Your arm muscles can grow as big as you like, but they will still deteriorate under intense strain. Your mental strength remains the same, so why on earth would you waste time and effort worrying about things that are beyond of your control? You can care and do something about anything, whether it's politics or individuals, family or friends. You cannot compel others to participate. Focus on the times and places where you can have the most effect. The training day. While you shouldn't dwell on the past too much, you also shouldn't let it go. Consider it as practice. You have erred and failed, learn as much as you can from your mistakes and failures, and then let it all go. Yes, it might be simpler said than done, but isn't that subjective? When something awful occurs, consider it an opportunity. Even when someone else blunders, it still presents a teaching opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to show the compassion that you would like to experience if you were in their shoes. The way you choose to move forward will undoubtedly define you, not your history. Honor all achievements. Although you should, I don't mean for all of your achievements. It's crucial to acknowledge and appreciate others' achievements as well. It doesn't lessen your accomplishments or imply that there is less opportunity for you when others succeed. Envy and resentment consume a significant amount of our mental energy. You can still go out and be wonderful even if your friend gets a promotion. With the same zeal and enthusiasm you show for your own victories, celebrate theirs as well. Whining and moaning. Don't do it, period. The words we speak and think have tremendous power. They have an effect on you in addition to others. Your difficulties will make you feel worse if you constantly whine about them. Complaining, judging, or moaning will not lead to healing. You can employ your brain resources to identify a fix for the issue. Don't complain, fix it. Talk on what you can do to make things right rather than dwelling on everything that is wrong. The effectiveness of this might astound you. Perform well. Your title, automobile, or the number of bedrooms in your home are all irrelevant, as are your clothes. You're unpopular because of your possessions. You either have their favor or not. You are the only person you must astound. If the people in your friendships are real, they want to hang out with you just because you're you. That's how easy it is. Impress yourself. Your clothes don't matter, neither does your title, car, or number of bedrooms in your house. People don't like you for your things. They either like you or they don't. The only person you need to impress is you. If your friendships are genuine, they want to spend time with you because you're you. It's as simple as that.